myself to it.
Inside the mind of Jeffrey Dahmer, serial killer's chilling jailhouse interview. Jeez Louise, 7 years ago, 14 million views, 520,000 likes, 22,000 dislikes. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I watched the Netflix joint on it. I watched the whole thing. Made me very uncomfortable. I knew of him, but I didn't know his actual story and what he actually did to people until I watched the Netflix joint. I don't know if y'all know, but Netflix has a whole category, and like I know people get like mixed opinions on it because it's like kind of glorifying serial killers, but then at the same, what I'm saying, like their families, like the victims of like the victims' families, like see this shit pop up. You see a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and your goddamn cousin was murdered by him. Like, what the fuck? But they have like a whole thing. Yeah, they got Dahmer. Then they did the lie. Okay, I'm gonna say they got three. I watched the Dahmer one and I watched this one, the Liar one. These are the two boys who they murdered their parents in the house. Pretty fucked up. It was kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. And then we got Egging. This is the one I haven't watched yet because this one is fucking ew. I think he cut like faces off people and then like hung them up. I don't know. I can't watch it. Shit rubbed me the wrong way.
I
But this man right here is a goddamn demon. He's dead. He died in jail. Thank God. Yeah.
I I don't know. I went to great lengths.
He is pure evil, but you
Yeah, and it's crazy to see how like people are born like this. Like I said, I seen the show. Like I think as a kid, he killed animals. Like he crushed their skulls and shit like that. I think it was like rabbits and stuff. What else did he do? I think he tried to actually sexually assault a boy, like his friend. I think in his house, in his friend's house, I believe. I think if I remember correctly, I don't know
never
if that
know
was
it
him
by
or not.
looking at him. But when you hear him, that's another story.
Weird, bro.
His killing
It's
field
another
was-
dude too. He was like 6'7", bro. Not even joking. I'm dead ass. He was like 6'7". He was a serial killer, and I think he had like a fetish for like his mother, like and women's shoes. It was weird.
Milwaukee, and he got away with murder for more.
I found about him in Mindhunter. This is a pretty good show though, but I didn't know this is based off a true story. Yeah, his name is Edmund something. Edmund Kemper is him. He was tall as shit. Yeah, he killed his paternal grandparents at the age of fucking 15. He killed his mother, a girl. Yeah, he's a weirdo, bro. It was 6 fucking 9. I don't know how long he was killing people for, but bitch, 6'9", and he's not dead. He's still alive, bro.
More than a decade. But how could any of this happen for the first
Yeah. Also, hold on.
time ever?
I'm gonna talk about that too, on why he lasted so long.
Bill,
The
when
way
I sat down
believe.
opposite Jeffrey Dahmer for this interview, I wondered what he would tell me, how hard it would be to get him to discuss his horrific crimes. What I found was that he was very forthcoming. He volunteered details that...
I mean, if you get caught, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison. What's the point of not talking? Also, aren't like serial killers or whatever, don't they love attention? Like they love the cameras on them. They love attention, bro. Is it that a thing? Like most of the serial killers or some shit like that, like they love attention. They will be more than happy to talk to you.
difficult to hear. I began by asking what he wanted from the men he picked up.
I had
their booties.
these obsessive desires and thoughts wanting
butts.
to control them, to
Bro, he was weird. He ate people.
I don't know how to put it,
There's all type of bum ass
possess
shit,
them
bro.
permanently.
And that's why you killed them.
Right. Not because
That's so crazy to think about. Like, you're sitting literally right across arm's length away from a nigga who murdered and ate people and sexually assaulted people. Like, you're literally sitting across from a monster right now. Even though he's probably not gonna do anything, but it's just a thought though. Like, all the shit that he did, I don't give a fuck if he cool, bro. I would not feel no. I gotta talk to your ass behind a cell, or you got to be in handcuffs. You never know. You never know. He might geek out and just.
I was angry with them, not because I hated them, but because I wanted to keep them with me.
And he cut he cut their limbs off and put them in the refrigerator and freezers and shit. Bro,
And,
it's so much
as
shit.
my obsession grew, I was saving body parts such as skulls,
and he was keeping them in the fridge.
And skeletons.
Jeffrey Dahmer is recalling his monstrous past. Almost 2 years ago in this little apartment in Milwaukee.
Shout out that black lady,
police
bro.
discovered
I don't remember her name, but whatever her name was, shout out to her.
Grisly remnants of one of the most horrible crime sprees in American history.
This real footage? They were dead at? Oh, wow.
Jeffrey Dahmer, an unassuming child.
And I'm glad she didn't eat that sandwich. Oh my gosh. Imagine if she would have ate that sandwich. I don't know if you know. In the show, I don't know if let me look it up. Bro, it was yeah, is this real though? Really events were down. He offered the lady a potentially human meat sandwich, bro. Okay, so it was real. Yeah. He went to her. Yeah, he went to her apartment and he said like he made a sandwich for her and she didn't eat it.
All right then.
Sandwich, I made it for you.
Yeah, and man, oh my fucking gosh. I don't know if it was confirmed that it was, I think we just read it, but I didn't read it right, but I don't know if it's confirmed that this was actually human meat, but I believe it was.
I'll eat it later.
And I'm glad she didn't eat that fucking sandwich. But I think it was because look how hard he was trying to push her to eat it.
Eat it.
Bro. Like, this is a show. But remember, this is based off a real thing. Imagine how fucking afraid she was, bruh.
Out of my house.
I'm glad she didn't eat that fucking sandwich, bro. Like, I don't even know what would happen if she found out, like, if she ate the sandwich and then she found out, like, what he did.
Worker would eventually confess that he had seduced, murdered, and dismembered 17 young men. He even ate some
black men.
Some of his victims.
Were all of them black? I think all of them were black. No, one of them was I think Asian because he was an underage boy.
Body parts. He instantly became the center of worldwide media attention. A serial killer unmasked. There were protests and press conferences in Milwaukee as people tried to understand how this could have happened in their midst. How did Jeffrey Dahmer get away with murder after murder for 13 years?
We know why.
How did a boy born into a hardworking middle-class family turn into the worst kind of monster imaginable?
Yeah,
in this exclusive interview, we put those questions to Jeffrey Dahmer himself. We met with him at the maximum security prison where he is serving his sentence of 999 years. For the first time, he talks about his crimes and gives us a chilling look inside the mind of a serial killer.
It's a process. It doesn't
just
happen
evil,
overnight.
Bro.
When you depersonalize another person and view them as just an object.
He was gay too, right?
An object.
He was pulling up in gay bars, taking gay black men.
A living, breathing human being.
Damn, bro. Imagine that. You just living your life. You meet someone, you think you about to have a little bit of fun. Next thing you know, your ass drugged. Now you're dead. And also the black dude who got out, bruh.
It seems to make it easier to do things you shouldn't do.
The reason why Jeffrey Dahmer was able to get away with his crimes was because of just what you are seeing here. Jeffrey Dahmer is intelligent and articulate.
Fuck no. No. I don't buy that, bitch. No. Wait. What's she? Hold on. Run that back.
The reason why Jeffrey Dahmer was able to get away with his crimes was because of just what you are seeing here. Jeffrey Dahmer is intelligent and articulate. That is what makes him so frightening.
No, the fuck is not. I don't know how 100% the show was to the real life, but bro, that nigga, I mean, okay, he's smart, whatever, he's articulate, whatever, but that is That is not the reason why that nigga lasted so long. Let's keep it a buck. The only reason why he lasted so long because he was in a predominantly black neighborhood, bro. And niggas had racial bias, bro. What the fuck? That lady called the police like 40 different fucking times. But because she was in a black neighborhood and she was black herself, they didn't fucking care. Let's be for real, bro. She called the police like 30 times. They never went to the house. The only time they went to the house at the last joint, because I think because bro, the black dude broke out. Bro, he literally drugged a child and had the nigga on the stairs, and the little nigga didn't have no ID, and the police still let him take him inside the house. What are we talking about? What? He's not smart. He just got lucky. He just played his environment, bro. Bro, let me look that shit up, bro. Bro. Hold on. Bro, he, like, what? Because he's smart and articulate? Are you fucking crazy? White lady, you gonna make me mad. Bro. I don't know how to find, like, the actual joint. But listen, bro, he had a teenage boy, bro. It was this little nigga. He was a 14 Laotian boy. Was murdered by him. He was a 13th victim of return. He was the 13th victim. He was returned to Dahmer by police who believed the serial killer claimed that the naked, bleeding boy was his adult lover. What are we talking about? This nigga's not smart. He just got lucky. He was a 14-year-old naked, drugged boy. And the policeman brought him back to Dahmer because Dahmer said that was his boyfriend. High school freshman, 5'3", 110 pounds. There's no way you think that little nigga is a grown man. Are you crazy? He escaped from Dahmer's apartment naked and bleeding. Sandra Smith and Nicole Childress found him and called the police. Officer John and Joseph returned the boy to Dahmer, believing he was an intoxicated adult lover despite objections from onlookers. Dahmer had already molested his older brother, was on probation for the crime when he killed him. Of course they were. Like, what the fuck? Yes, they could have saved the little boy and got Dahmer arrested, but no. Literally only because he was in a black neighborhood and he had racial bias, bro, because he was a white man and those policemen were white, bro. They took his word for it and didn't believe the black women. Fuck out of here, bro. Ain't
but
no cause
if
he
you
was
listen
smart
carefully
shit.
to his words throughout this interview, you realize it is a thin disguise.
Out of here,
You do
bro.
sound, though,
Yeah,
like
that shit
the
just
kind of
pissed me
person
off,
who could
bro.
have said to himself, "This is wrong. I must stop."
I always knew that it was wrong, but after the first killing was not planned. I was coming back from the shopping mall back in '78. I had fantasies about picking up a hitchhiker and taking him back to the house. And
Oh, is that when he was following the boy who used to run like the same route every morning, and then he started like watching him?
Having
And I think
control and
he tried to hit him with a rock or something like
over
that.
him.
The hitchhiker's name was Stephen Hicks.
Yeah, was that him? He kept like he would watch him every time he ran.
Was just 18. Jeffrey Dahmer took him to his parents' house. There he strangled him with a barbell. He dismembered the body
I
and
remember
hid it in a
that.
drain pipe. It was Jeffrey Dahmer who gave those details to the police in his confession.
No one had a clue as to what was happening for over a decade.
During that time, Jeffrey Dahmer joined the...
He low-key could have kept going too. Say, okay, he killed how many people? Say he stopped 2 times. He quit 2 kills before he got caught. If he would have stopped for like a couple years and then started back, nigga, he probably would have been cool. He probably wouldn't even got caught to this day.
Army and was sent to
Get that,
Germany.
bro.
He was eventually discharged for a drinking problem
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
and returned to Ohio. 9 years after Stephen Hicks' murder, the killing began again. What happened to you in the 9 years in between that you were able to stop, that you were able to control yourself?
It just wasn't enough.
If you go out, you're not coming back in. So you better go. Yip, your little eye up there.
Opportunity to fully express what I wanted to do. There was just not the physical opportunity to do it then. And I started, when I moved to Milwaukee in '81, I started reading
Also, so I don't know if his grandmother was like senile or some shit, but if she was like okay and could understand shit, I feel like she probably knew.
Pornography, going to the bookstores. Eventually that led to frequenting the gay bars. And then one time I brought this young man back to the hotel room, the Ambassador Hotel. Was just planning on drugging him and spending the night with him. Had no intention of hurting him. When I woke up in the morning, he had a broken rib here, was heavily bruised. Apparently I had beaten him to death with...
Fuck you mean, apparently. But you, hey, you going too far. Stay on the blue. Stay on the blue. Stay on the blue. But what you mean, you apparently... Fuck, you got like two different personalities, bitch. You went to sleep and then another version you just went crazy. Hold on. Yes.
My fists.
And you have no memory
I
of
have
it.
no memory of it.
After this,
But
I'm
that's what started
gonna
the
end
whole
though.
spree all
But then
over
tomorrow
again.
I'm going to be like
Dahmer
earlier,
says he
probably
snuck
like around
the
like
corpse of
5
his
or
victim,
6
Stephen Toomey, out of his
or
hotel room
7.
in a suitcase.
That's low key that's like the sweet spot, like when I want to start going live, like 7. Yeah, but it's probably gonna end up being a little different because I'm about to start a job, like a real job. Not like the job I got now is sweet. That shit's sweet butterball pancake. But another job. But that bit, feel me? That shit a real joint. That bit 7 to 5. I'm gonna see like the first week. No, that shit. No, I might be
Then
left
he
tired.
took
You
it
know,
to his grandmother's house,
shit start
where he
fucking up my
cut up
shit.
the
Shit gonna
body
shit
and
to
put
shit.
it in plastic garbage bags.
When you killed these men,
She getting sneaky.
afterwards, were you repulsed? Were you upset?
No.
Not at the time.
Fuck you mean? No. If he was repulsed upset, he would have stopped.
It was almost addictive. It was
Like,
almost,
what kind of... Yo, lady, I ain't gonna lie, you interviewing him, you suck. What kind of question is that? Of course he wasn't repulsed, bitch. He did it again.
a surge of energy. I wouldn't have to
That shit made him stronger.
worry about any of their needs or anything. I just had complete control of the situation.
Hey, bro.
But Jeffrey Dahmer was out of control. The urge to kill had overpowered him. As police later learned, he wasn't satisfied with his victim's death. He wanted more.
Why did you photograph them?
It was my way of remembering their appearance, their physical beauty.
Physical beauty.
I also wanted to keep if I couldn't keep them there with me whole, at least I felt that I
Get
could
back on the bed.
Their skeletons.
Get back on the bed.
And I even went so far as planning on setting up an altar with the 10 different skulls and skeletons.
And what was the purpose of the altar?
She type bad, though.
As a sort of memorial. A point where I could, I don't know.
Yeah, what do you know? Yo, why do you be trying to act like what they doing is like some hierarchy type shit? Yo, bro, you just like killing people. You're just an evil person. Not even just killing. You like sexually assaulting people. You like to be in control, bro. You are a fucking monster, bro. Just own up to it. Stop trying to act like, oh, I wanted to see their beauty forever. No, bro.
It's so bizarre and strange, it's hard to describe. A place where I could collect my thoughts
and the length, though.
And feed my obsession.
Almost to my... Hold on. Fuck what you talking about, lady. Almost to my IBZ. Okay, let's see if I do that, but come on, that's length. That's length, nigga.
Your apartment. There was no time when you would see them and say, "This is grotesque. What have I done?"
There were times, but the
Weren't that
compulsive
much.
obsession with doing what I was doing overpowered any feelings of revulsion.
This man with a quiet, almost shy demeanor became a
Oh, I rock the mustache. No, bro, I'm gonna have to change my
master
shit.
manipulator who was able to lure strangers he met at gay bars to his apartment. He was even able to con the police into returning a 14-year-old boy to him after neighbors called 911 upset that the child was in the street naked and bleeding.
Like, bro, I'm telling you, it's only because he was fucking white, bro.
Dahmer convinced the police that he and the boy were simply having a lover's quarrel.
It's a intoxicated boyfriend of another.
And that police officer, I swear to God, bro. Oh my gosh. Fucking idiot, bro. Literally only did that because he was white and he didn't care, bro.
Well, how old was this child?
It wasn't a child, it was an adult.
After the police left, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered that.
It's no way, bro. It's no way, bro. I know motherfuckers be looking young, but like, bro, a 14-year-old boy? There is no fucking way that you're going to tell me that you thought that 14-year-old boy, 5'3", 110 pounds, looked like a goddamn adult. Naked and bleeding and drugged.
Boy, Conorak Synthesum phone.
Rest in
This
peace,
man
bro.
says he had a near-fatal encounter with Jeffrey Dahmer.
He wanted to take some picture of my back. He hit me with a rubber hammer on my neck.
He was lucky to escape because by then the killing had become almost routine.
Before you went out to pick up the man, was there any kind of ritual you went through?
I'd go to the nightclubs, drink, watch the striptease shows, and if I didn't meet anyone at the bars, I'd go to the bath clubs and meet someone there, offer them money, and we'd go back to the apartment, have a few drinks. I'd have the sleeping pill mixture already prepared. Person would drink it, fall asleep.
Then you get Nikki with their body.
That's when they would be strangled.
Watching the movie Exorcist 3 was also part of his ritual. It put him in the mood for murder.
I felt so hopelessly evil and perverted that I actually derived a sort of pleasure from watching that tape.
Did you like feeling evil?
No, I didn't. But I had tried to overcome the thoughts, and it worked for a while, but eventually I gave in.
While Jeffrey Dahmer may say things today that make it seem like he understands what went on in his mind, he does not. All he can do is tell you what happened, but he cannot stop whatever it is that drove him to kill in the first place.
Do you still feel those same urges? Do you
Yes.
still feel that compulsion, that
He
obsession?
does.
I wish I could say that it just left completely, but no, there are times when I still do have the old compulsions.
Yeah,
Jeffrey
I know.
Dahmer says as time
Fuck.
went on, his mind became more and
Like,
more
bro,
warped,
I know,
and yet
yeah.
he was clever enough to continue to elude police and lure young men to his apartment. We should warn you, the details are very graphic.
I started having these obsessive thoughts when I was about 15 and 16, and they got worse and worse.
What were your fantasies about?
They were sexual fantasies of control, power,
Told you. Want to be in control. Told you.
complete dominance. They became reality.
Was there pleasure in that fantasy?
There was excitement,
Oh, she thick.
fear, pleasure, all mixed together.
Jeffrey Dahmer fulfilled his fantasies by murdering and dismembering 17 young men. In time, his desires
Hicks, Scars, Beeks, Smith, Miller, Schroeder, Lindsay, Hughes, Yo, bro, I'm sorry. Turner, Weinberger, Lacey, Brad Hoff, Thomas, Garacco.
Became more extreme, his deeds more grotesque. Listen to him talk about the most unnatural things in the most matter-of-fact of ways. That's when you realize that none of it has touched him.
I was branching out. That's when the cannibalism started, eating of the heart and the arm muscle.
He ate niggas' hearts? Bitch, I didn't know that. What am I watching? I don't even know, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know.
It was a way of making me feel that they were a part of me.
Nah, this shit is demonic.
First,
Have you seen the show? He got a show on Netflix. This is low-key why. I seen this show. Dahmer. This show. I gonna hold you. Nah, this one uncomfortable. But the Martinez twins are... What the fuck am I watching? What is this bullshit? What the fuck am I looking at? What are they called? The Monsters. This one. This one is sad too. But it's not that bad. It's not as disgusting as the Dahmer one. These two, they just murdered their fucking parents. I don't know if I could show that. Could I show that? I'm gonna show it. I think I could show it. They murdered their parents in the house. It was fucked up. But it's not as bad. And I think like I ain't gonna lie, this is the one I was gonna watch, but this one honestly made me fucking uncomfortable. But this one wasn't that bad. It's still fucked up because they killed their parents in like cold blood. Yeah, like they were unarmed. They weren't about to kill them. I don't know, but the father apparently did some nasty shit to them, and then the mother knew, but she let it happen. But I don't think we know if that shit was actually true. But this was crazy because they literally like planned this shit out. They they took out shotguns from the back of the trunk.
Part of this
was it a valid reason? I mean, okay, look. Say your father, I forget what happened. I think the father was molesting the oldest one, and then the oldest one ended up molesting the young one because of what the father did to him, and then the father also molested the youngest one as well.
Process.
But I also think like he abused them, like he beat the shit out of them or some shit. I forget. But I don't think we know if that shit was 100% true or not.
Two of you.
Because the boys they lied about shit on the stand before that ended up not being true.
Reconnecting.
But I don't know.
They killed our parents together, so.
But yeah, this shit was crazy.
And they would be.
Eric, we did it!
I don't know if they gonna show it. They could have just called the cops. Oh, because their parents were molesting them? Yeah. I don't know. But I don't know. Because they low-key got away with it, though. For like, I don't know how long it was, but I forget how they even found out. But they got away with this shit for like a while. But this was fucked up. Because like, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I don't know if the pops actually like molested them and shit like that. Even then, I still don't think like, gun down your parents, bro. But if he did, I don't know. But the mom though, I mean, she knew that's probably just as bad, but it's just the way that they died. I just didn't like, bro. Because they were sitting down watching TV and they just came in and.
What is that?
This was fucked up. Yeah, like he blew her hand, bro. That shit was fucked up. And then they made it look like a robbery or something like that. But yeah, then they just walked out. And then, yeah. It was crazy. That was crazy. But that one I could watch, though. Because it's not as graphic as the Dahmer one was.
Became compulsive. Then I tried to keep the person alive by inducing a zombie-like state. By injecting first dilute acid solution into their brain,
I don't know. I don't know what that
water.
even. I don't know.
And it never did completely work.
Could someone like you
I
be
would hope
stopped?
not.
Could you be helped?
No, I was.
No, lady, no. There is no helping him. He's done. I don't even understand why he didn't get the fucking death penalty, bro. Then Ted Bundy got the death penalty. I don't know if Ed Gein got the death penalty. I don't understand why he didn't get the death penalty. I think I guess probably in the state he was in, they didn't do that. But I feel like he'd 100% deserve the death penalty. No, actually, no. I think life in prison probably worse. Was he insane? Yes. Yes. He kidnapped people, held them against their will, murdered them, ate them, sexually assaulted them, kept their bodies parts, like he would cut off their heads and put their head like in the refrigerator. He would eat their hearts, eat their brains. Yeah, that nigga was insane. He died in prison too. Someone killed him, which is cool, good. But I don't know. I think it's probably worse to spend the rest of your life in prison than to just die. Cause then when you die, it's like but obviously he's just not gonna wake up and just regret that shit. But yeah, he was insane, bro. He was a fucking devil.
Dead set on going with this compulsion. It was the only thing that gave me any satisfaction.
He became so warped by his evil impulses that he even took a victim's head with him to work at the Ambrosia chocolate factory.
And just no suspicions. Niggas walking around with a bag with a decapitated head in there. And it's just, I mean, as long as it doesn't have a smell, though. Ain't nobody about to, yo, what's in the bag, bro? But are you crazy? Niggas walking around with a head in his bag.
I kept the mummified head and skull of one of the victims in a carrying case in my locker at work.
Were you almost flaunting it?
Yes, but that's how strong the compulsion was. That's how...
Mind you, he was doing this in an apartment. Walls thin. People could smell the rotting flesh, bro. They could smell it.
This is a reminder.
And that's another, I don't know if you know, but
This is a reminder. 90 workout.
I gotta take that off. But
This is a reminder. 90 workout.
A big reason as to why he lasted, so I think he lasted like 13 years, maybe more, killed like 15, 16 people. The reason why, well, the main reason in my opinion why he lasted so long, especially around this time, I think it was like the 70s, 80s. He was living in a predominantly black neighborhood, and he was a white man. He had an advantage. Think about this, bro. You see him, right? It was a little boy. The boy was 14 years old. He was like 5'3", like 100 pounds, right? Middle of the street, drugged out, naked, bleeding. People called the police. Yo, we have a little boy here. The police believed Dahmer because Dahmer said that was his boyfriend. He was a grown adult. Mind you, the kid didn't have any ID. So the cops just took his word for it while seeing a drugged out 5'3", bleeding, naked boy. I don't know if that made sense, but that is crazy.
Bizarre, the desire was I wanted to keep something of the person with me.
Jeffrey Dahmer exhibited some disturbing behavior early on. He began drinking heavily as a teenager, dropped out of college, was arrested for indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and fondling a...
I think that was at a carnival when he got arrested for indecent exposure.
13-year-old boy. Tragically, one of his murder victims... conduct and fondling a 13-year-old boy. Tragically, one of his murder victims would be that boy's brother.
Do you know what's...
That's fucked up. This is the 14-year-old boy who he was bleeding and drugged and naked, and then he later killed that same night because the police gave him back to Dahmer.
Started it? Was there any kind of incident that you can remember?
To this day, I don't know what started it. And the person to blame is sitting right across from you. That's the only person.
That's another thing to think about. It's like, because his parents probably don't have those thoughts. Grandparents, like, they got everything. I don't know. Is everything genetically based on who you are as a person? You know, because I don't think his mother abused him. His pops didn't abuse him. I think he had a pretty good growing up, like good life growing up. Like what really set in his brain? Like when he was a toddler, what started sparking that? So he gained an interest in like murdering people. Yeah, genetics. What movie? You talking about his shit? If you talk about his, it's a TV show, but it's called Dahmer. Literally. Oh yeah, this is a sandwich. This shit was weird too. Yo, he tried. You talking about the movie that when he said that he wanted that help like spark the joint. Yeah, I think it was Exorcist something. Yeah, I think that was the movie. I think. But yo, he tried to feed a woman a sandwich that was obviously human meat. That was fucked up. But she didn't eat it though, thankfully. That would have been crazy.
Not parents, not society, not pornography. I mean, those are just excuses.
But yeah, genetics and environment. How it draws and bad consumption of movies. Nah, cause he did a lot of shit sober too, though. He did a lot of shit sober, but I get what you're saying though. That shit probably like boosted though. But
his macabre 13-year crime spree finally ended when this
13 years.
Man, Tracy.
Yeah, he got away, bro. Thankfully, he got away.
Edwards brought the police to the infamous apartment. Like the others, he had gone there with the promise of money.
He was listening to my heart because at a point he told me he was going to eat my heart at that point.
Like everything about is not, yeah.
I hit him and I ran.
What was the turning point for you that made you suddenly realize that you had done?
But bro, that shit's so fucked up because he's in an apartment cutting people up. People next to him, like that live like right next to him, bro, they're smelling that shit. But they don't know like what it is. They just know that shit stinks. But I feel like you have a feeling though. Like if you smell like you know what I'm saying, like you smell like a dead person without ever smelling one, I feel like you go no, like that's a dead person. And the lady would literally call the police like every fucking week, and they never came. She would always tell them, "Yo, his apartment has a smell that doesn't smell like, you feel me? Like that's not no regular smell. Come check it out." They would never come.
Something terribly wrong, something you should be sorry for.
Whole time, this nigga cutting, he beheading people in the apartment.
It was the night of the arrest. I have no memory of what happened during the 6 hours before the last victim ran out of the apartment. I heard a knock on the door, and the police were there.
There's a comment in social media that makes you flip out because of rage bait. I think it was him. With him, it was a different type bait that made him demonic. Yeah, niggas do be rage baiting me crazy. I get what you're okay, yeah. I get what you're saying. But I mean, him was a different type of bait that made him demonic. Yeah, cause also I don't know, cause he killed a lot of black people. He did. I think he killed one. I think the boy was Filipino, and I think a white man, but I think mostly were black men. But I think that's because the neighborhood he lived in, though. But I don't know. That shit could have probably been like a spark or something.
The last victim, they asked me where the key was to the handcuffs. My mind was in a haze. I sort of pointed to the bedroom, and that's where they found the pictures, and they yelled, "Cuff him." I was handcuffed.
Damn.
And it was just the realization that there was no point in trying to hide my actions anymore. The best route was to help the police identify all the victims and just make a complete confession.
When it was revealed that most of the victims were black or homosexual, people in Milwaukee were incensed. Many felt that was why he went after them and why the police...
Yeah, I thought that too, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't like the guy. I don't want to give him some type of benefit of no doubts, but I think he really probably only killed mostly black people because he was just in a predominantly black neighborhood. So it was like, that was the people that were there. But I could be wrong. Shit, fuck.
Didn't seem to care when their families reported them missing.
10 of your 17 victims were black. Were they racially motivated?
It was not racially motivated. It was not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I believe him. I don't really. I mean, bro, what's worse? A pedophilic murderer, murderous cannibal man, or a racist? I don't think he will lie about not being racist at this point. So, you know.
Sexual preference. It was just to find an obsession with the best-looking young man I could find.
I mean, I do. Okay, he's saying black men more attractive than every other race, but it's like, bitch, do I even want that compliment? Do I even want that compliment from him? Like, and I know the white people was happy he said that shit too, cause they're like, yeah, now they not gonna say he was racist. Oh yeah, but do we even accept that compliment?
Him say that his sexual preference had nothing to do with the killings.
No.
He has not come.
Yeah, I know.
Come back out. Come on in. You not.
To terms with his homosexuality.
Like, if he was racist, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I never really understood. Like, yeah, like what the fuck, like I said, I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Fuck him, bro. But bro, if he was racist, he would have said that, bro. Like, like what the fuck? If he was racist, he would have said it. He wouldn't lie about being racist.
Sexuality.
Like, and this was back then, bro. Like, he was gay too. Like, he was open about him being gay. Like, come on, bro. Right? Like, that ain't even the worst thing he did. If he was racist, that's not even the worst shit he's done. He's dead.
Understood it. There was no use trying to fight it because I couldn't rid myself of it. It was too powerful and persistent.
Do you dislike it?
Yes, it's caused a lot of problems for me. A lot of conflicts and unanswered.
I don't know if he dislikes it, because if he hates it, he dislikes it. He probably would have fought stronger to not do it.
Questions.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like probably his ancestors were fucking murderers. They were serial killers or something like that.
Conflicts remain with him, and so do his compulsions. But in prison, he finally...
Do I hate doom scrolling and still do it? That's what yeah. When I'm not thinking, I could do it. But then as soon as I be like, bro, what am I doing? I stop. Like, come on, bro.
Cannot act on his savage...
But I don't know. His shit might be stronger, though. You know, he killing people. I don't know.
Desires.
But I'm just saying, like, did you really hate it? You kept doing it. You could have, you feel me? If you really didn't like it, you could have turned yourself in. Yeah, he couldn't control. That's what. Yeah, he couldn't. But that's what I'm saying. He couldn't control it up to that point. You could have turned yourself in, bro. You didn't like it that bad. You could have turned yourself to the police before, bro.
If you were out on the street
before you got to 13 bodies.
Now, would you still be committing the crime?
Lady, why are you asking stupid questions? You know he is.
Probably. If this hadn't happened, there's no doubt I probably would be.
There is no probably. You would.
I can't think of anything that would have stopped me.
My nigga putting a bullet in your skull. Human having an urge would rather fulfill the urge than seek help. Oh my gosh, you're cooking right now. Fuck. That's not the one I want to cook. A human having an urge would rather fulfill the urge than seek help. You need help. I don't know, bitch. I don't know. That's facts though. That is true. That is true. Cause when I have an urge, I be like, let me see. Let me think of an urge. Like I want to eat cheesecake, but I knew I shouldn't eat the cheesecake. But I wanted to eat the cheesecake. I could have simply just gave the cheesecake to someone else, but I didn't. I ate the cheesecake. That happened literally today. I'm not even lying.